Ram trucks on a country road. I'm Chris Lawrence, and today the country road comes right into my garage. You know, it's about 20 degrees outside with about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground. Nobody wants to go out and do much right now. Most of the hunting seasons are closed, and unless you're a diehard, it's too cold to fish. But there's plenty an outdoorsman can do in the dead of winter. And one thing that you really should do is clean your firearms. You should clean out the gun cabinet at least once a year, even if you haven't fired any of those shotguns, rifles, or pistols, and just give them a thorough once-over. Run a swab through the barrel, take them apart, just clean everything up, because even in a gun cabinet, they can draw dust, they can draw dampness to moisture, and as I always like to say, the two biggest enemies of firearms are rust and politicians. We'll talk about the politicians another time. Now, as for what you clean a rifle with, I would recommend that you invest in a bore cleaning rod. You can buy these at any sporting goods store. They're a little pricier, but a lot of times you'll see guys, you'll get a kit and it'll have rods in it to clean with. Those usually come in 3 sections. They come apart, screw apart, put back neatly into one box. And those are okay, but there is an advantage to having one single piece the entire length of your barrel, and that is you don't have the joints. Because when you're running this through the barrel of your rifle, it's going to spin, and as it does, a lot of times those joints in your rod will come apart because they're spinning with the rifling. And then you leave a gap right there. That gap can nick one of your rifles inside, and that can cost you accuracy, and you don't want nicked up rifles within the barrel of your gun. Another good thing to do is you should always run swabs through your gun every time you shoot it. If you're at the firing range, when the barrel's still hot, it's a good idea to do some cleaning right there while it's still hot. And then after you come home from hunting, obviously, if it's been raining or if you've shot that day and got yourself a deer or whatever, you should come home and at least run something through the barrel to get that residue out. But during the winter time when you take them down, this is an opportunity to give it a more thorough cleaning. Take the bolt out, take the trigger mechanism apart, and all the other working parts. Even if you want to detach the barrel from the stock and get down underneath and give it a good thorough cleaning, oil it up, wipe off the oil residue. You don't want it sitting in oil all year long, but just pat it down with a good coating of oil so you can inhibit rust and keep them clean year round. And on a cold day, what else do you have to do? You can bring every firearm in your cabinet out into the garage, give it the once over, and put it back in there. If you take care of a firearm properly, it'll last you the rest of your life. Just a tip for you for a snowy day. With Ram Trucks on a country road, I'm Chris Lawrence.